Hey there, welcome to NHL 07 full season, where I play as the Chicago Blackhawks, the computer plays as all the other teams we see. And currently up against Boston. And for those who are new to my video season, you'll see multiple Blackhawk games. As for all the other teams, they'll be controlled. We'll see them play once in regular season. They'll be controlled by the computer. So, anyways, we see. There's a look at the numbers. I got 67%. Their winning record is 47%. By the way, I don't play every single Blackhawk game in this full season. The only ones I do are the ones that I record. So the games that aren't being recorded are being simulated by the computer. Look at the goals for. I'm averaging 3.91. They're averaging 3.03, so I'm slightly better there. Better in goals against, 3.11 to 3.34. They have slightly better power play, 18.1% compared to 17.5. My penalty kill is a little bit better, 90.9 compared to 88.3. Last time we saw Javi Boonen get the start. This time we're going to see Corey Crawford going up against Tim Thomas. Corey Crawford's the starting goalie and Javi Boonen's the backup, so we're going to be seeing Crawford more often than Javi Boonen. If you watched my previous video, it was my Tecmo Super Bowl III Final Edition. Last regular season game. Denver at Oakland. And I mentioned in that video that before I move on to my next game, I'm going to upload all 4 of those videos. And my computer's, I don't know if it's my computer or YouTube or both, but they're really slow at uploading my videos. And this is how long it took. It is now, that was Sunday when I played those games. It is now Wednesday night. Because I upload those videos and it just takes like all day for one video to upload. I finally got the 4th one uploaded just like within the last hour or so. Okay, anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump into this game. Intermission time, I'm going to go ahead and show the schedule, kind of talk about how the football games and hockey games are going to be, you know, what we're going to be seeing in what order. So we're jumping into the playoffs.
Gotta give it up. What you got now? Gotta give it up. What you got now? What you got now?
We're here at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. I'm Jim Houston, and I'm Craig Simpson. Welcome to what should be a spirited contest here tonight between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Boston Bruins. In the same year Boston won its first Stanley Cup, the Chicago Blackhawks set a record of their own.
Jim, it was the 1928-29 season when the Hawks went 8 straight games without scoring a goal. That was a span of 28 days. It's a record that still stands today.
All right, now let's get down to center ice for the opening faceoff. Savard won the draw. Boston scoops it up to Jaromir Jagr. Fires it from the slot. Pass up to Keith.
Fool.
Down into the corner. Shoots! Here's Derek Morris. To Savard. And he brings it over the line. Now he passes it to Seabrook. Scooped up by
Look at
Boston.
that. That's cheating.
Hard shot right on. And he hangs on for a faceoff. How about that save?
Well, he saw that one all the way.
I just take it right off my stick.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Bruins.
Imagine that.
Passed over to Leach. Now passed over to Donovan. Taken up. Here's Michael Roosevelt.
Ooh.
The ref indicates a delayed call.
Yeah,
Leach
hooking.
It's called for tripping.
Tripping. Looked like a hook to me.
I'm not sure he intended to take the other player down, but that's exactly what happened.
Intention, not really an issue here. It'll mean some time in the box. Chicago is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. It builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
To Savard. Throws the puck at the net. Here's Mark Savard. Shoots the puck from the slot.
See, that's cheating.
Short-handed, they score.
I'm sitting there smacking him and just wouldn't affect him at all.
The release on that shot is so quick. The goalie barely had time to react to the shot. Nice goal.
Face-off won by his Fister. Patrick in control now. Here he comes on the attack. Shoots the puck. His Fister grabs the puck.
Ooh, okay, now how come that
Gets right out. Here's Duncan Keith.
would slip right off my stick? Nice passing.
Bruins grab the puck. Cleared by Chara. His Fister. He dumps it. Puck taken by Keith. Chicago moves out to center. Shoots the puck from the slot. Moran. Leach sees his penalty expire and jumps back on the ice. One-timer.
That was all reflex to keep his team from trailing by 2.
One-time shot. Here's Patrice Bergeron. Hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. Shoots quickly. Missed by a mile. Boston scooped it up. Moran goes offside and the play is stopped. It looked like it might get past him.
Not that time.
The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Chicago. They're in over the blue line on the attack. And he whistled it wide of the net. Just missed the net. Stern. He passes it to Donovan. He picks off the puck. And he passes it to Mayers. Shot. He misses. Here's Paul Mera.
If any professional hockey player missed the net that bad, being
Marco Stern was
right
one of
in
the
front of
game's
the net,
smoothest skaters.
they wouldn't-
Quick pass up to Boyd.
they'd be kicked
That's
out of the league.
offside.
Now that was a big hit, folks. He just barrels right through him with a tremendous hit.
About to drop the puck. Sharp on the draw. Over center. Easy pickings for Tim Thomas. Bruins take possession. To Bergeron. Now passed over to Yager. Over to Chara. Sharp.
Look at that. Just
Under 2 minutes to go in the first.
Fell off his
Zdeno
stick.
Chara, looking for his first shot on net. He passes it to Yager. Victor is jumped on by Yager. One-timer! Victor. He goes wide. Sharp takes possession of the puck. Here's a wraparound up to Zemnov. And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0.
looks like the game designers had a crush on the Boston Bruins. I know I say that about a lot of teams, but I mean, if the team's better than me, I can accept that, but when it's predictably cheating, I mean, I'm sitting there smacking with the players and just bouncing off them like flies running into a semi. Every time my players get the puck, it just falls off the stick, or else they just let Boston take the puck right off the stick. What NHL player lets another player, opposing player, come up and take the puck right off the stick? Look at that, I'm out shooting them, I'm out hitting them. Okay, we're gonna go look at the calendar. Okay, so there we see, right now we are on this day right here, the 29th, December 29th, 2006, or a few years in the past. But actually I'm just using this calendar from NHL 07 to do my football and hockey season. So this is the actual hockey calendar, but I just had to rearrange it because the December calendar in NHL 07 is messed up. They got Friday starting, they got like the beginning of the week going Friday, Saturday. So where it says Sunday up here in the corner, the NHL calendar says Friday because I'll have to show it when at the end of the game. You see it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares here. Friday starts on, or the first starts on Friday and 31st is on a Sunday, which requires them to have 6 squares, 6 weeks, and they don't have 6 weeks on the calendar, so that's why it was messed up. So I had to do a little photoshopping to fix that, to make it look like that. And anyways, the writing you see there on the left is the football week, so right now we're on the 29th. After this game, the next video, we are going to see Sunday the 31st. Now, as you can see, we got football and a hockey game. Well, I guess I didn't mention, yeah, that's going to be a hockey game there against Columbus. Or no, it's not. No, actually, okay, so we're not going to see that particular game, 31st, but there is a hockey game. Montreal at Carolina. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 4 football games first, which will be round 1 of the playoffs, and then we'll go ahead and do that hockey game. And the January calendar, our only game within the next week after that is on the 7th, which also happens to fall on a Sunday, football day. So once again, we're going to see the 4 football games, and then we'll see the hockey game, Phoenix at Chicago. Then a week later, we'll see the 2 football games, the AFC Championship and NFC Championship, and then we'll see the Minnesota Wild at Chicago Blackhawks. And after that, we have the NHL All-Star Game, and then the Super Bowl, which is the 28th, and we check February. We'll have the Pro Bowl on Sunday the 4th, and that'll end our football season. We'll continue on with hockey. We're at, I think in my intro video, I think I pretty much went over everything for the which teams are going to play who. If not, I'll go over it in the second intermission. But another problem I'm having with this game, my players are like 2 feet from the net and they take shots and they miss it by like 15-20 feet. If any professional hockey player did that, the coach would walk on the ice and drag him off and tell him he's fired right there. I'm pretty sure.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Blackhawks, gathering speed.
Whoops, I forgot to take something with me.
Delayed call. Morris will get the gate for tripping.
Tripping's not always intentional. Sometimes it can be a hard call between a tug and a dive.
And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official.
That really bugs me. We'll talk about that in the next intermission too.
Power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first goal. Let's see if they can do it here. Another stop. Hossa in the corner. Along the boards. Another shot. Great save, Thomas. Blackhawks take possession to Marian Hossa. One-time shot.
Nice shooting.
It goes wide. Mera. Quickly another shot. Blocked. Johnny. With a blistering shot. He scores. That's a power play goal. Everyone knew the big slap shot was coming. But when it's taken with that kind of force and accuracy, hey, there's not much that can be done to stop that one. To them, and we've got a tie game. That's the great thing about an early goal, Jim. It can really set the tone for the period. Cleared down the ice by O'Donnell. Chicago wins the race and beats. He scores! It's this second period.
On top in the early going and looking good.
There's a quick shot. Snapped just wide of the goal. Morris with the puck. He passes it to Bergeron. To Patrice Bergeron. Rips it.
Why does he always pass it to the other team's goalie?
He's got one shot on net so far tonight.
Look at that.
Passes the puck to Savant. He scores!
See?
Midway through the second, they tied the game.
Every time they score is when they do something that cheats. They just takes it right off my stick. My players, it's like the players got stuck. I couldn't move.
It's nice to see a player with the skill to pull it off.
So first my players got like some muscle spasms where he can't move, and then he just takes the puck off the stick.
Chicago couldn't hold the lead, and the game is tied.
The important thing is to keep the momentum. That's what gets you your scoring chance.
Thomas turned it away to Stern. One-time net grabbed by Donovan. Bryant. Delayed penalty coming up. Shoots the puck along the boards.
What is this, a tennis ball or a hockey puck?
Here's Brent Seabrook. He passes the puck to Mayers. Bryant, he's over the blue line and on the attack. One-timer. He gets called for hooking. Chicago has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. Puck is cleared by Savard. Roosevelt picked it up. Moran dumps it. Victor. The goalie's out of his net to play the puck. We have a penalty call.
Barely
It's called
touched
for
it.
illegally handling the puck in the restricted zone.
This is what bothers the players. In another situation, that doesn't get called, but here it does.
Consistency is the key word here.
Exactly.
You can see that coach isn't too happy about the call.
Okay, now I can understand it.
Chicago
I would-
loses a man and gives up the
either.
power play.
Yeah, they were hoping to get a little more mileage out of it. Now they'll have to play some 4-on-4.
Over to Tanabe. Now it's passed ahead to Tanabe. Intercepted in the slot. Fires it. It goes wide.
Imagine
Sharp
that.
grabs the puck. Up the boards. Blocked. It didn't get through. Cleared out by Tanabe. And they get called for icing. Boston excels with the power play because they're so patient with the puck.
Jim, once they gain the line, it's only a matter of time. When you take deep,
There's a shot. Great glove save by Thomas. He
Look at
passes the puck
could-
to Moore. He
see-
scores
see?
late in the
I could not get the
second
puck,
penalty.
could not get him off the puck, and all of a sudden they score. That's the way it always works.
Dangerous right now.
You can always tell when they're going to
He puts
score.
on a few pounds. I think he could turn out to be one of the best power forwards in the league.
Yeah, try interrupting me now. You can always tell when the computer's going to score because they always cheat. It does something like all of a sudden you can't do something. You're trying to hit their player, he just takes the puck off your stick, or you can't knock the puck off his stick. You can always tell what's going to happen.
Unless something changes quickly, they'll go to the dressing room down by one.
And it's not easy to mount a comeback.
See, I couldn't even pull the trigger there.
Cleared by Charles. Stern quickly jumps on the ice, and his return gives his team a power play. The door is shut by Crawford. Johnny, it's turned over.
Look at that.
Ahead to Bergeron. Stern comes in offside.
Just came off my stick and went on his.
He managed to make the save.
A big part of stopping a wrist shot is positioning. Can't leave any hole.
We're ready for the face-off. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Dumped in by Mayers. He intercepts the pass. Shoots it hard. It goes wide. Roosevelt has served his penalty, and that puts his team back at even strength. Shot it hard from the slot.
Oh, Jim, what a save to keep his team in the lead.
That'll wrap up the second period. 3-2 is the score as we head to the break.
I just hate the way they cheat because it's so obvious. like they're holding onto my player. He can't move at all, and they take the puck right off his stick. And they got the puck. I'm sitting there slamming into him. I can't make him budge or anything. They start making perfect passes, and you know the goal is coming. 3 goals on 9 shots. Anyways, another thing that bugs me is every time there's a penalty, they say the coach isn't happy with that call. I mean, I can understand some calls the coach isn't happy, but when you got an obvious call and it shows him tripping him, I mean, how could a coach argue that? It just bugs me because they do that all the time. Okay, my goalie is performing terribly, so...
Chicago led this 2-1 after 20 minutes, but a pair of unanswered goals in the second has them trailing as we get ready for the puck drop.
Jim, they need to come out hard in the third and really set the tone.
Take it up. Patrick grabs it right in front. Shoots the puck.
Look at that.
He scores! Has tied it up.
I don't think the goalie saw that puck at all. He absolutely teed that one up and ripped it into the net.
Patrick King is not going to miss the net from a foot in front of it.
Chicago delivers a big play at the start of the third period.
Jim, that goal was huge. Now the monkey's off their back and they can just play their game.
Up to Boys, shoots the puck from the left. Another save, uncorralled by Keith.
What was that? What, he fart?
Patrick. One-time net. He scores, and it's an early third period lead.
He can hold the puck for so long while loading up the shot. He just waits for the goalie to make a move and then wham.
Chicago opens up a slim lead in the third, but it's still the lead.
That gives him the edge. Opponents need to start taking chances.
Shot shot on the slot. Sharp takes the... He scores! By 2.
He got a lot of wood on that backhand. They had the speed and pinpoint accuracy of a wrist shot. What a goal!
Feels good getting revenge on cheaters. Even though it's a computer and they don't feel it.
I think they can expect a lot of pressure for the rest of the period.
Defending a 2-goal lead, it's not an easy task.
Quick shot! Freddie Boulin made the save. Michael Hansus has started his career with the St. Louis Blues. Shoots the puck from the slot. Mears, it goes wide. O'Donnell. The shot. Thomas the save. To Chara. Here's Yaromir. Oh, he shot. Blocked. The Bruins take possession. Bryant. Now he takes it to center. He's in over the blue line on the attack. Stashny. Bryant at center. In front. That's blocked and didn't get through. Mowers. Now he moves the puck into the attacking zone. Fired it. It's blocked. Blocked. Shoots the puck. Johnny. Shoots the puck from the slot. Patrick. And another shot. Another stop. Boston gets it. Mowers. Now he's over the blue line on the... He scores! And
You're
it's
nasty.
on. They're back in it, trailing by 1.
Scoring on the backhand like that is a lost art in this league. It's nice to see a player with the skill to pull it off.
At least they didn't cheat the time. It looked like a regular, legit goal.
How quickly things change.
1 second, they're up by 2. The next, they're in danger of losing the lead altogether.
Moron.
To Lakatura. And he takes it into the neutral zone. Now he's into the attacking zone. Here's PJ Axelson. What a gritty performance. He's... Ooh, quick shot. Abibula makes the save. That's blocked. Roosevelt. Victor. Here come the Blackhawks. Shift after shift on the offensive. He gets mowed over. Sharp. Shot. Fearlessly blocked. Out come the Bruins. Over to Zhamnov. Axelson gets dropped. Holding. Shot the puck. Here's Derek Morris. Goes behind his net. Here's Mark Savard, who's already scored twice in this game. Here's Jaromir Jagr. He's had a good, hard work. Oh, there's a shot. Gathering speed. Level. Chicago with it now.
Oh, nice catch.
Skating through center ice. Here come the Bruins. Desperate for the goal to tie this game. Down to the final 2 minutes of the third period. Over center. Missed the net.
Watch, they'll miraculously tie it up too right at the end.
Now it's passed to Donovan. We're down to the final minute of the third.
Look at that. How do you lose it?
Boys gets knocked down. Johnny. Fires one right on.
And he knew a 2-goal deficit at this point in the game would be nearly impossible.
He scores. It's a 2-goal lead in the dying seconds.
A backhand like that is so deceptive. It's almost impossible for the goalie to judge where the puck is headed until it's too late.
Hat trick for Jonathan Taves.
An insurance marker in the dying seconds seals the deal. I think it's safe to say they'll finish this game up by 2. The Bruins have run out of options.
They need goals, and they need the extra attacker.
Quick shot. Oh, what a hard. The puck is shot out of play.
I've never seen anyone miss an empty net from the neutral zone
Getting ready for the faceoff.
in real hockey. I see it all the time in this game though.
The Bruins win another faceoff. The Bruins are down by 2 and in a tough spot.
In these situations, you don't wait. You yank the goalie quick.
Hard on net from the front. He scores on the empty net.
Well, if the fat lady wasn't warming up before this goal, you can bet she's getting ready to sing now.
A 3-goal lead late in the third. That's pretty much sealed the deal.
They've really showed what they're capable of tonight.
Into the last 10 seconds of the third.
Oh,
To Isbister. That ends it. The Blackhawks won this game. Final score, 7-4. After they finish up down at Ice Level, we'll present the 3 stars of the game. Brought to you by the all-new 2007 Dodge Nitro. Dodge reminds you to grab life by the horns.
look, that's not his real picture. That's some other player.
From Chicago, Illinois, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
See, I created Jonathan Taves because he wasn't in this game. Him, Kane, Bowen. This game was made back in 2007, and the game was developed just before the players were on the team. So I had to put them in there. They shouldn't have the picture, but for some reason there's a glitch in the game that gives created players someone else's pictures. Whoops, wrong button. So anyways, another thing I was thinking about doing after I finished the football season and hockey season, I'm thinking about actually showing how to create a team. So you actually can create your own players. You don't necessarily have to create your own players. You can take players from like off the free agent list. You can drop free agents and create like pretty much like an all-star team if you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a team using like the characters are going to be characters that we've seen in all my video games, so like Nintendo characters, like PS2 maybe like the Grand Theft Auto characters we could use. So I want to get like a good variety of different characters, some of the Mortal Kombat guys maybe. But anyways, I want to create a hockey team. I'm not going to sit there and create every player one by one, or I'm not going to record me creating every player one by one. I'm going to create pretty much the whole team except for one player, and I'll go ahead and show how to create that one player, because I don't think anyone wants to watch me create like 25 players. Now I'll go ahead and show how you can pick like your uniforms, the logo, and for the stadium you can have your own goal horn. You get to choose from like a bunch of different ones, so I'll kind of go through those too. I'll show how to create players, giving them names. So for example, like Jonathan Taves, they cannot say his name Taves because they don't know how to pronounce it. So what you can do is you can create his name as like Johnny or Jonathan, and you can use that for a nickname. So that's why you hear him call him Johnny. Same with Patrick Kane, he says Patrick. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. I'll see you in the next video, which will be the playoffs. Tecmo Super Bowl 3 Final Edition, Round 1. So, see you then.